Oh, yes, guys, hope everybody's good. Well, I apologise. I'm doing this at half time for the first half because I've got to go out after, so I've got to be quick. First half. First of all, let's talk about the penalty. Oh my god. Right, I'm sorry. Right, hear me out. Is it a foul? Potentially. Just get the ball. It's the way he's come in. However, they've not given the penalty. It's then took 15 minutes, not 15 minutes, 10 minutes 10 minutes to watch over footage. That isn't clear and obvious. The idea of VAR is to overturn clear and obvious. And I wouldn't mind if it was consistent, but that'll happen to loads of teams and they just won't get that penalty. It won't happen. It's not clear and obvious. It took 10 minutes to decide. How's that clear and obvious? Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And then at the other end, you've got when they're getting free kicks like this, and Joffrey's getting grabbed like this, getting grappled. Nothing. No. So the commentator's crying about the advantage differences when they pass the ball. Passing the ball is advantage. You've gone to start an attack. Standing there with the ball and getting tackled is not advantage. Idiots, man. Yeah, the refereeing and officiating in this league is ridiculous, to be honest. So it's just inconsistent. If it's bad, it's bad, but it's just inconsistent, isn't it? Anyway, enough about that. To concede 2 goals to a free kick and a penalty, incredible free kick. But at the end of the day, we said, didn't we? Jesse Marsh said they're one of the best teams in the world. The set pieces. Why are you giving them loads of set pieces then? It's just common sense. We've always got out with some of these players that just don't think sometimes. Don't give stupid free kicks. Didn't have to happen. And I just think in defence, we're just booting it in the air really high. You notice that? Why? What? We're doing that for? I just think, Adams again, I think he's doing really well. And Rocker in there. Them two doing really well. Them two are really defying that midfield for me. I don't want to. I'll talk about Cody after the game. I don't want to. He's played 45 minutes. I don't want to be unfair, but he's not had a great start. He's not done horrible. I'm not saying that. I just think he's against a winger that was in the Championship last season, like him. And there's one winner for me at the moment. But he can bring it back. Yeah. I think going forward, I think Joffrey's had some good link-up plays, held it up quite well. Sinistera, actually up until that goal, I wasn't impressed with him, I'll be honest. Slow bits at the time, but I think what we see with Sinistera is a different class. He just is. He's a different player. He's different. Like, his end product is beyond. His end product is insane. Like, his end product is crazy. That goal is an excellent finish. That is honestly Rafinha-esque. It really is. That is a little think over head, touch, bottom corner. To beat a keeper like that in the Premier League like that is different gravy. And that's what he's so important to us. So important. I think he's going to be more of a moments player than Rafinha. I think Rafinha took games by the neck. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to be quiet and he's going to pop up 3 or 4 times in a game and create something magic. A bit like Salah. I'm not saying he's as good as Salah, but do you know what I mean? Salah will be quiet for a while, then he'll pop up with a moment kind of thing. Whereas Rafinha was more like Mane, he'd take the game by the scruff of neck, he'd drive all the time. But, yeah, I'm frustrated by the goals we've conceded, if I'm being brutally honest. I know people are going to take the narrative, see if we sign a striker, and whatever. They scored a free kick and a penalty. It's a difficult one, because I'm doing this at half-time. Let me just thingy that, because I've got to go, so I'm going to have to be quick to do it. So, yeah, okay, not great. Not great in areas. All right, I think before they scored, I think we were actually really good. I think we held the ball well. We created a lot of crosses. Not great crossing, though. The set pieces have been poor again. I think one's gone in the box, and when we headed it, we just didn't head it. We're not good at heading, are we? I don't know what it is. We can't head the ball. There's not much to say. That's the first half, I think. Brentford has shown what they're resilient. Their shape is decent, and when they counter, they're dangerous. Teams are going to do that against us. They're going to not necessarily sit deeper, but sit in a shape that's very rigid. And then when we lose the ball, counter us. That's what's going to happen this season. We've got to find a way of avoiding that as much as possible. And that comes with players in the middle or players in their area winning tackles. And 1 or 2 times we've missed those tackles, and that's what's annoying me. We're a little second off it. We're a second off being in front of them. We're a second off being in the face at times. We need to be that a little bit quicker. You've got to be that in the Premier League. You can't give teams time, or you see exactly what happens. They should have scored. Yeah, that's it for the first half, I think. I'll see you at full time. Right, let's get on to that second half, shall we? Yeah, I've got, and you guys know I'm positive, but I'm a performance person. I care about performance. I go on performance. I don't care the result. I'm on about the performance at this point. Embarrassing. Not everyone. The defense was absolutely embarrassing. And you guys know I think Robin Koch's been the most consistent player this season for us, up there with Tyler Adams. But today, him and Llorente was embarrassing. The standards of the Premier League, you think you can play like that? He lost every single header. The cohesion was gone. It was so bad. In fact, how can you lose a header, cost so consistent, and not be tracking the runners? Not anticipation. Everything was off with the central defenders today. Lynn Cooper must be sat on that bench now thinking, I've got to start next week or on Monday. And I'd agree with him. At least he wins headers. I'm fed up of us not winning 50-50 battles. That cost us today. People will say this and that. Not winning 50-50s cost us. So what else cost us? The officiating in this league is an embarrassment. That's even worse than the centre-back performance today. The officiating in this league is an absolute embarrassment. It is mind-blowingly bad. How on earth that isn't a penalty or even a foul is beyond me. The initial contact is outside the box. The ref has to give a free kick. It's a clear and obvious free kick that he should have blown and given. And then it continued in the box, and there's more contact in the box, and he has just dismissed it. A clear foul. It's funny, it's embarrassing. This is the best league in the world with the worst officiating. And all we're asking for is consistency. I'm not even talking about just Leeds. The goal Everton got denied last week was a goal. It was an easy goal. By the rules, benefit of the doubt. His shoulder was slightly offside. That's a goal that counts. I realised I didn't have the light on. The thing is, resilience is something in terms of implementing that wasn't terrible. We didn't give up. We did keep trying. I thought Luke Ayling was very good when he came on. Luke Ayling saying, I want to start in this team, and he's got a right to, in my opinion. And I'll just talk about what's Jesse Marsh been sent off for? I don't know. Maybe he said something ridiculous, but I don't know. But it seems managers do what he does every week. He clops and all that, and they're fine. It's Jesse Marsh and Leeds is American, so they're not going to send Klopp off, are they? Or Tuchel. What happened to that? Funny, innit? Yeah, ridiculous. I'm so angry. How can you, from a performance point of view, how can you concede 10 seconds after scoring a goal? That is the most infuriating thing working as a coach at a football club. I'm not going to swear. 10 seconds. Because your defenders don't do the job. You know what? This could be a kick up the backside. This could be players that are coming back from injury now, putting pressure on those players, and those players didn't want it. But Summerfield was all right when he came on. But he's not putting pressure on Sinistera, who was tired. Again, I said this, he's not fit enough yet. I don't know what it is. He's an outstanding talent, but he's just not fit enough yet. And we need him. We need him to play more minutes than 60. We need that. That's just a fact. It's a bit of a mess, this performance, to be honest. At 3-2, you're thinking, wow. And then a second later, you're thinking, oh, it's 5-2 suddenly. And then, bad day. And I said, we're going to get beat this season. We are going to get beat this season. And this is one of them. We've got to react to that now. And we've got to put a proper performance in against Nottingham Forest, because we should be beating Nottingham Forest. Away at Brentford's always difficult. Brentford are a good team. For me, the finishes were decent. I'm not denying the finishes were really very good, clinical. The build-up and the way we let that happen, that chip, that goal, what on earth is everything in that? That is ridiculous. That comes from not winning the first ball again. I'm not going to go into it. Look, it's not the end of the world. We need a reaction from this. Because for me, this was the first time this season where I'm not happy with the performance. Not everyone on the pitch played bad. Alright? Not everyone did. Central midfielders, again, for me, were decent. Everything that they had, more or less, came from a ball over. I'm saying they saw our weakness and they exploited it. A ball over, winning the ball in the air and getting on, because the centre-backs can't win a header. Embarrassing. Or counter-attacks, which they were very clinical at. Because our centre-backs can't defend. Well, they couldn't defend in this game. And I've backed these guys week after week, because I thought they've been decent this season. Laurent has had his moments, but they've been decent this season. Today, they were ridiculously bad. And I can't wait to do my breakdown, if they release the footage of this game. Because, wow, I will go through what went wrong. But hey, is what it is. Quick turnaround on Monday now. So, I've got to react. No Jesse Marsh on the sideline. Embarrassing. But fair play to Brentford. Played the game well. You know, I'm not here to talk about Brentford, but let's not get carried away. I know people are going to go to the narrative, oh, this is what happens when you have a clinical striker. Okay. Well, the goals he scored were our mistakes. It's just not good enough. The mistakes were not good enough. You can't do that in this league. What the defence were doing was what we did last year. Freestyling, as Jesse said, freestyling. Just doing what they want. Positionally was horrific. I'll go through it, whatever. Positives of the game, Luke Ayling was good. I thought some of it was decent. But Drama for me, he's not done enough. Ayling's come on and he's done more in 10 minutes than Drama did in the rest of the game. And I like Drama, but he's got to want it more. He's talking about he wants to play, he wants to start. He's got to prove it when he gets a chance then. That's all you've got to prove it. Don't think Joffrey's put his name on the sheet after today's performance. I think Somerville hasn't, but that's because Sinstera is good. But he can show he can impact a game at least. Tom Greenwood hasn't. And they've got to step up. Nonto's coming in. He'll probably play around next week, right? For the Manchester United game. He's got to step up. He's got to see these kids and think, I'm better than them. And I think he is. But yeah, that's it for the game. I'll do an in-depth breakdown if they release the full footage of the match. And I'll do some more videos on the game. I'll talk about individuals' performance. I'm all about performance. The result is rubbish, right? Terrible, rubbish result. They were clinical. We wasn't, and we didn't defend at all. You score 2 goals in the game, you'd expect you should probably win the game. But they were clinical and they exploited our mistakes and they did they're good at that. They are clinical. They're a clinical team. They're a good side at the end of the day. They're a good footballing side. And they outbettered us today. And we've got to pick ourselves up fast for Nottingham Forest because that at Elland Road has to be 3 points. We're going on a little run now, which I said we would. Every team does it. But we've got to get out of it quicker. Sooner rather than later. So yeah, I'm annoyed. Very annoyed. This is right after the game, by the way. So you can't blame me for being too annoyed, but it's one game. Reaction is very important. We have to sort that defence out. For me, Cooper has to come in. If he's fit, it has to. Even Strauch. Firpo's back in training. I prefer Strauch in centre-back and Firpo at left-back. I would. That's what I want to see. I want to see a change. Ayling's got a start. He did enough for me. I thought he was good when he came on. Probably our best player when he came on. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Stay positive. There is positives to that. There is. I'll talk about them. But yeah. Thanks for the support, guys. You guys are incredible. And enjoy your weekend. Peace.